Taurus, and welcome to your, what is this month? It's November. Oh my gosh, it's November already. November 2017 Love Reading with Divine Love Tarot. Okay, I started this channel in June, and I feel like it was just June the other day. But it's November, it's fall, okay? It's time of the pumpkin spice latte for some. For others, you know, we just had Halloween. I'm doing these videos after Halloween. So we've had Halloween, and we're getting ready for the rest of the year. The year is almost over, all right? And you can't get ready for it. It's here. It's the end of the year, guys, all right? I'm going to go ahead and get into this reading. All right, I've already shuffled the cards. Your first card represents your current energy, and that is the Death card. All right, next card represents your challenge or whatever's crossing you right now, and that represents the Lovers. Okay, for the next card, you're going to have your past energy, and that's the Ace of Cups, and it's coming up in the reverse. Okay, next card represents your future energy, and we have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Next card represents what you want, and we have the Emperor. Next card represents your internal factor, and we have the Page of Wands in the reverse. Next card represents your advice for this reading, and we got the Seven of Wands. All right. Next card represents your external factor, and we have the Knight of Swords. Next card represents your hopes and your fears. Just had a brain freeze. And you have the Five of Pentacles. And the next card represents your outcome for this reading, Taurus, and we get the Queen of Pentacles. All right. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Your current energy, you have the Death card. The Death card represents change and transition, okay? So for some of you, it's just maybe a transition or transformation of how you view relationships, all right? For others in a committed relationship, it can be the end of a phase in your relationship and the beginning of a new phase. For others, you are ending your relationship. Okay, for others, this is it. This is the end of the road. So this represents a breakup for some of my Tauruses. Okay, but this can also indicate an obsession, okay? It can indicate someone who is clinging to an unhappy situation, possibly out of fear, okay? Um, Sorry, guys, I just had a moment. And it was weird because I'm talking to you about this reading, okay? And I'm talking to you about death and transformation. And then I just, like, I had a vision of the Ten of Swords, but there's no Ten of Swords in this reading. And I was just about to go into the explanation of the Ten of Swords. So I'm going to go ahead and do it because maybe for somebody this will resonate. It represents, you know, the Ten of Swords in the reverse. It's weird. Like, that's never happened to me before. I'm looking at the symbolism for the Death card, but in my mind, everything is about Ten of Swords in reverse. But that represents healing from the past, okay? Healing from past hurt. And so maybe for some of my Tauruses, you know, this Death card represents the transformation of you after you have healed, okay? You have now healed from maybe hurt or pain from the past, okay? You have gotten out of a bad situation, okay? You may not be ready for commitment yet, but you are on your way, okay? You are healing from whatever has happened to you in the past. And I do see the Ace of Cups in the reverse in the past. So this can indicate that, you know, some of my Tauruses have had their heart broken in the past. All right, but let me go ahead and move on to the card that's crossing your transformation and your change, and that is the Lover. So this is your challenge. So maybe the challenge for some of you is to get back to that getting back to where you are able to love again, okay? If you have been hurt in the past, if you are recovering from a heartbreak, then your challenge is to be able to open yourself up to love, okay? Open yourself up to someone who you love and they love you equally, all right? For others, it can represent that maybe you have two people in your life, okay? The lovers can represent having choices. All right, so maybe you have the choice of dating certain people, and so even though you're going through this transformation, you have people who are approaching you right now. Okay, so that is for some of my Tauruses. Okay, for others, like I said, this transformation is just moving into a new phase of your relationship. And your challenge in this new phase is to reconnect with your partner and find the passion and find the chemistry in your relationship again. Okay. Um, Maybe for some of you guys, a Gemini might be the issue, might be what has caused the ending of your relationship. Okay, so that's different scenarios for different Tauruses. All right, I'm going to go ahead now and move on to your past energy. And we have the Ace of Cups. All right, so this represents, like I said, could be possible heartbreak. This represents a loss of love, okay? This represents sadness. Feelings were lost or blocked for whatever reason, all right? So maybe this loss of feeling is what led to the end of the relationship for some of my Cancer. For others, it's this hurt and this pain that you guys have had to get over that transformed you, okay? And now you're trying to love again, or you're trying to find that place where you are able to love again. All right, because your future is represented by the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So this is someone who is not necessarily ready for commitment. Okay, the Knight of Wands is someone who's very seductive. Okay, but they're not really ready for a relationship. Okay, um, can also indicate a loss of momentum in a relationship. Okay, that things have become predictable. So this can indicate like minor arguments for some of my Cancers. And it also represents like maybe like a loss of sexual attraction, a loss of sexual energy. All right, so like I said, your challenge is to find that chemistry. So for some of you, it seems like you're struggling to find that chemistry in your relationship. For others, you have someone who represents the Knight of Wands that has a very like strong impact on your future. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and clarify this Knight of Wands in the reverse. And we get the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, okay? So this represents a lack of effort, okay? It can represent a lack of dedication. It can also indicate unrealistic expectations, okay? This is a relationship that's impulsive, or someone in the relationship does things impulsively, okay? So that could be you, Taurus, still struggling with dealing with your heartbreak, or this may be your partner, okay, or whoever is in your life in your future. Maybe be someone who is just not, ready to commit, and they're just kind of impulsive, okay? They're not dedicated to the situation. They're just there, okay? So for some of you, your current energy, you things are over. So maybe in the future, because you've broken up, or because you're getting over a breakup, you may not be ready to settle down, okay? And you just may be a little bit impulsive in your dating life. All right, I'm going to go ahead and move on to what you want. And we have the Emperor. Okay, so for some of my Tauruses, you want someone who represents the qualities of the Emperor. Okay, for others, it could be an actual Aries that you want. Okay, but if it's not an Aries, then basically you want someone who is in control, or someone who can come in and take control of the situation. All right, the Emperor represents stability, represents a partner who can take charge, a partner who knows what they want. Okay. For other Tauruses, you want to be the Emperor, okay? You want to be that person who is in control of their love life, who's in control of their emotions, okay? Who's in balance, who has self-control, who has willpower, okay? You want to be someone who is in balance and who is seen as this. All right. For your internal factor, we have the Page of Wands in the reverse. So this is saying that you may be impulsive or you may be indecisive. All right. So maybe in the future, like I said, this is your energy where you're just kind of impulsive. You're kind of, just not really committing to anyone. All right. You're kind of just moving here and there. For others who are in a relationship, this represents you having a lack of focus within a relationship, maybe because there is a loss of energy and there is a loss of sexual chemistry, so you kind of just lose your dedication or you lose traction just a little bit in the future. Okay. The Page of Wands, though, internally is basically saying that you could have also received some news. Okay, you could have also received some news that wasn't very favorable or that you didn't like very much, and that is affecting you right now. Okay, so maybe that's what leads you to be impulsive in the future, whatever it is that this message, because pages can represent messages. Okay, but like I said, internal, like I do say sometimes, I should say, your internal factor is not necessarily something that you are aware of. So maybe something that, was said to you, or something that was, the way someone delivered something to you is really rubbing you the wrong way. Okay. Your advice card for this reading is the Seven of Wands. Okay. So this is saying that you need to have courage. If you need to say or speak up, if you need to walk away from a situation, if you need to confront your partner, if you need to put yourself out there, if you're single, okay, this is saying that you need to have the courage to do that. You need to believe in yourself. Okay, if you feel like you're being attacked by someone, then you need to diffuse the situation. All right. If you feel like, for if you're feeling defensive for any reason, all right, you need to kind of, instead of trying to be combative, okay, you need to take a step back and try to pinpoint why it is that you're being defensive. All right. What is it that has you feeling like this? Okay. Why is it that internally you're feeling indecisive? All right. So have the courage. Have the courage to step out on faith about whatever it is that you do want. Okay, Taurus. Your next card represents external factors, and we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so this could be an air sign person, possibly an Aquarius, could even be a Capricorn because this is kind of on the cusp. But someone who is a little bit maybe immature as far as relationships are concerned, or this can also indicate someone who sweeps you off your feet. Okay, someone who has come in and basically just swept you off your feet. And it's like this is a relationship when you least expect it. All right. So, like I said here, for some of you, maybe, because you're going through a breakup or you're going through um, some type of transformation, okay, where you're moving towards being in a relationship, maybe there is someone that you have met, okay, and they're challenging you to come out of this phase already. They're challenging you into the new phase, your new phase where there is love, okay? They're bringing you out of this period of heartbreak, and maybe you're indecisive about it, okay? You're indecisive because maybe they don't have the qualities that you want. Because if you want the emperor, if you want somebody with the qualities of the emperor, if this person is not providing it, then that may cause you to be indecisive about whether you want to be with them. Or maybe you're just indecisive because you're not sure if you're ready for a relationship again. But this card is telling you to have the courage, okay? Have the courage to love again, because don't let your past keep you from happiness, okay? Because in the outcome, even though there may be some impulsiveness in the future, that just might be a residual skittishness of you and your heartbreak, okay? The Queen of Pentacles is the outcome. So, the future's not looking too bad. All right. So like I said, we're back to this Knight of Swords. Like I said, it could be somebody who has come in on his little white horse or her white horse and totally caught you off guard. Okay. Now for others, this can indicate that the person that you're interested in hasn't noticed. Okay, so maybe you are interested in someone who is not interested back. This person either doesn't notice you or they're not interested. Okay, and so maybe, your challenge is, connecting with this person. All right, let me go ahead and clarify this Knight of Swords. And we get the Queen of Swords in the reverse. And oh my God, I don't like to pull this. All right, so the Queen of Swords in reverse is someone who is considered untrustworthy. Okay, they're definitely unstable with how they communicate. All right, they're not necessarily the nicest. I don't want to call them crazy because I've called the Queen of Swords crazy in other videos. But the Queen of Swords is someone that you really don't want to be dealing with somebody when they're in this state. All right, this can be someone who is considered a gold digger, or maybe you are seen as a gold digger. Okay, so maybe the person that you're interested in isn't interested in you because they have this perception of you. That I'm not saying that it's accurate, Taurus, but I'm just saying this is what the cards are saying. So for some of you, there's someone that you are interested in, but they don't really see you, or they see you as someone who is untrustworthy, or maybe even a gold digger. Okay, so maybe you need to have the courage to show them who you really are. All right, and maybe that's what this Seven of Swords is about, having the courage to show people who you are. All right, despite whatever you're going through and whatever you're coming out of, because that's the challenge. The challenge is to be that open and loving person, right? You have to be able to give love to receive love. All right, so have the courage to open up yourself and show who you truly are, so that people aren't thinking this of you. Okay, for my other cancers, like I said, if someone has come in and swept you off of your feet, then the Queen of Swords in reverse can just represent misunderstandings, or the person doesn't understand you. Okay, there's miscommunication here. They're not really quite understanding why you're indecisive. Maybe your indecisiveness is confusing people. All right, we're going to go ahead and we're going to move on to your hopes and your fears. And we have the Five of Pentacles. So this basically is saying that you fear that you're going to be abandoned. Okay, you fear that, the person that you want is not going to love you, or you're fearing that you're always going to be single, that you're not going to be in a committed relationship, you're going to wind up alone. All the rejection that comes with the Five of Pentacles. Okay. Let me go ahead now. I'm just going to move on because I feel like Five of Pentacles, that's obvious. That's a fear. You're just fearing that, that's the no one wants me card. No one loves me. And, that's a lot of people's fear, especially if you've been single for a long time, or, if you have just gotten out of a relationship and, maybe you were in a long-term relationship that ended, and now you're like, wow, who's going to love me? Like, I've been with this person for so long. I don't even know how to be in a relationship. All right, but once again, have the courage to move past that fear, okay, and towards, love. All right, and it may take you some time, but you're going to get there because the outcome is the Queen of Pentacles. So the Queen of Pentacles represents, a homemaker, someone who is a nurturer, someone who is warm and loving. This person is committed, they're devoted, they're faithful. This can represent a serious relationship. Okay, so for some of you, this represents you. Okay, Taurus, you are the Queen of Pentacles, and that represents you being comfortable in your skin. All right, so if it's not a relationship situation, it's just you getting to the point where you are ready and able to love and nurture someone else. Okay, for others, that just represents your commitment in your relationship. You've gotten to a place where, whatever it is that you're going through now, maybe you have made that connection and you have gotten back to the point where you are able to love, because at the outcome, here you are as the Queen of Pentacles. For some of you, like I said, this represents your partner. Your partner is the Queen of Pentacles. So they're very loving and very nurturing, okay? Or it can indicate a very loving and nurturing time within the relationship. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clarify that. And we get the Three of Pentacles. All right, so the Three of Pentacles represents, for some of you, this represents you're working on the relationship. All right, the two of you are working together. It's not a one-sided situation. The two partners are working. For my singles, this can indicate that you meet someone at work, okay, or that you are working towards being ready for that relationship, or you're working towards a relationship with someone, okay? For others, this just represents that, you have created a plan. You've created a plan to move towards the love that you want, okay? Or within your relationship, you guys are making plans. You're making plans for the future, all right? You've moved into this committed phase, and you guys are building together. You guys are planning, like, okay, look, we're going to do this. In 2 years, we're going to do this. In 5 years, we're going to be here. All right, Taurus. So for my couples, if you have broken up with somebody, you're working on yourself and you're working on coming out of that hurt and that pain. For my singles who have been hurt in the past, okay, you're working towards being whole again. All right, and you're looking for that courage, or you're gonna have to find that courage to let go of the fear, or let go of whatever is holding you back. Let go of whatever is causing you to be indecisive. Um, Wow, Taurus, I feel like that was quick. That was probably one of the quickest readings that I've done, but I feel like it's pretty straightforward. Like, I didn't even have to pull a bunch of clarifiers, because I mean, you have a few major arcanas. You have very major cards, okay? Cards that are very self-explanatory. All right, Ace of Cups in the reverse in the past position, the Emperor as what you want. Death, the Lovers. So, some of you are coming out of a relationship. Some of you are just healing from the past. All right. Some of you are moving into a new phase with your current partner. All right. But at the end of it, everybody is in a place where either they are open to love, okay, they're working on themselves and they're open to love, they've moved on to a new phase in a relationship, things are nurturing, and you and your partner are working together, okay? And I feel like that's very good. Like, I feel like I'm happy with that outcome. There may be bouts of impulsiveness and, indecisiveness, but I mean, where's the perfect person? Where's the perfect relationship? Okay, and when you guys find that, you gotta let me know. All right, so maybe it wasn't that quick of a video, but I'm satisfied with it, and I hope you guys are satisfied with it too. So let me know in the comments, Taurus. And if you guys want a more personalized reading, be sure to hit me up at divinelovetarot@gmail.com, or below in the description bar there's information on how you can order a reading from me. And thank you once again for joining me, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. All right, see you guys at the next reading.